Hi, I'm Maria Janet, your mentor for today. So we have x as our first term, and y our second, and z our third or the last term. So we need to square the first term, which is x squared, and the square of the second term, and the square of the last term. So second step, we need to find the product of the first and the second terms and multiply it by 2. Same with the product of the third term and the second term, which is y and z, and multiply it by 2 again. Same with x and z, which is the first term and the last term, and multiply it again by 2. So we will have some examples. Since letter A is the example given the previous slide, so we will have letter B, which is m plus n minus d squared. So first, we need to square the first term, which is m squared, since m is our first term. And next, our second term, which is n, so n squared. And our last term, which is negative d, so we have d squared. So we need to find the product of first and the last term and multiply it by 2, which is 2mn. So again, we need to find the product of the first term and the last term, which is negative md, multiply again by 2, so we will have negative 2md. And lastly, we need to find the product of the second term and the last term, which is negative nd, but we need to multiply it by 2, so we have negative 2nd. So the final answer is m squared n squared plus d squared plus 2m minus 2md minus 2nd. Yes, that's it. So another set of examples, we have letter C. So the given is 3d plus 2e plus f squared. So we need to square the first term, which is 3d, we will have 9d squared. And we need to square the second term, which is 2e, we will have 4e squared. And we need to square the last term, which is f, so we have f squared. And next step, we need to find the product of the first term and second term, which is de, or since we have 3 and 2, it is 6de. So we will have 6 times 2, we will get 12. Yes, it is simple as 3 times 2 equals 6. Since we need to multiply it by 2, yes, by 2, we will have 12d. So another set, we need to find the product between the first term and the last term. 3d times f, which I times f is 3df, but we need to times it by 2, so we will have 6df. And last, we need to find the product between the second term and the last term. So we have 2e times f. Therefore, we need to multiply it by 2. So 2e times 2ef times 2, we will have 4ef. So in that case, we will have 9d squared plus 4e squared plus f squared plus 12de plus 6df plus 4ef.